Hey guys, okay, so we are now going to jump into 2-point perspective. And as you might have guessed, the difference between 2-point perspective and 1-point perspective is that in 2-point perspective, you have got two vanishing points, just like that. Now, if you remember when we played with our blocks in 1-point perspective, I said the thing about 1-point perspective is you always have a flat surface facing you, right? So we always had the flat front of the block or the flat wall of the classroom or the flat back wall of the hallway that we walked out into. We always had that facing us. And then we would choose a vanishing point, draw our vanishing lines to it if we, wanted it to be here or over here if I was going to that one. That's how we did 1-point perspective. Everybody's got that down now. So with 2-point perspective, you never have a flat surface facing you. You always have a corner. And then it works the same way. You're going to draw your vanishing lines to each set of vanishing points. Just like that. I think you guys can probably start seeing a cube come together now. Now, if I were going to draw my cube here, I'm just going to arbitrarily pick a point to stop it. Again, this line runs perpendicular to the horizon line, runs parallel to the first edge of the cube, just like that. Same thing on this side. This side of the cube, the line runs perpendicular to the horizon line, parallel to all the other lines. But as you can see, we do not have 90-degree angles here like we did in 1-point perspective. These angles are, this is an obtuse one. This is an acute one. You follow me there. Okay, but now to do the back of the cube, we are going to draw our vanishing lines again, each going to the set of vanishing points. And now, there you go. Now I've got my cube done in 2-point perspective. I'm just going to color this guy in because you guys know I'm going to ask you to do that on at least the first assignment where we talk about 2-point perspective. Just like that. That's a correctly formed cube with your green vanishing lines and your blue horizon line, of course. Now, this is obviously got the cube pretty evenly split between the two vanishing points, right? What if the corner of the cube, our beginning corner, is very close to one of the vanishing points? And what if it's over the horizon line? Well, that is going to look something like this. So say I'm going to start right here. This is the edge, the corner of my cube. And I'm going to run back to this vanishing point right here, just like this. You guys can see that this area comes in is pretty sharp pretty fast. That angle is pretty sharp. Not very much space here for me to draw this cube front. As y'all can see, this space here, this space is actually narrower than this space here because this cube started closer to this vanishing point. But as we go across here, obviously, this side of the cube is a lot more open. So this side of this cube is a lot bigger than this side of the cube. And that's what happens. As you're drawing a cube in which one side is closer to a vanishing point, all that really means is that one side is going to be incredibly narrow and the other side is going to be larger. Now, also, as you can see, since this cube is crossing the horizon line, we only see the sides. We don't see the top or bottom. Just like our cubes in 1-point perspective, when the cubes in 1-point perspective were on the same, were on the horizon, on the same plane as the horizon line, you did not see the top or bottom of them. You saw only the sides. So this is the same way. And likewise, If I'm going to draw a cube up above the horizon line, I have a feeling you guys can figure out where I'm going with this at this point. If I draw it above the horizon line, what do we see? Everybody who is right now mouthing the words, we see the bottom. Ding, ding, ding. You are correct. If the cube in 2-point perspective is above the horizon line, you will see the bottom. This is it right here. I'm just going to outline it for you. That a little better. There we go. Just like that. So that is the beginning basics of 2-point perspective. Now in the next video, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when you use more than one set of vanishing points. Because in 2-point perspective, you can actually use multiple sets of vanishing points. Unlike 1-point perspective, which is only 1 point, in 2-point perspective, if you have things sitting at different angles around a room or around a floor or floating in the sky, each one of those different angled objects is going to have its own set of vanishing points. But I'll go into that in the next video.